Alright, back again. Today I have yet another computer video, as you may have guessed. So, I was browsing eBay, and I was looking for, because I used to have a late 2006 polycarbonate iMac, and it actually used to be my main computer for a little while. And I then sold it to someone who was, let's just say this person was dishonest, said that they would pay me later, and I never got paid. So I lost a white iMac, and I got that thing for probably, I think I got it for $80 initially on eBay, and it was an education model. But now I have something yet again that might, well, you probably could have already guessed what this is. But what we're going to do is I found another iMac, 2006 iMac, on eBay. This one, the seller was claiming, is broken, but the picture showed the machine powered on. So I went ahead. It didn't have anything on the screen, but it showed the machine powered on. So at least I know it powers on. But he claims it's broken. So we're going to delve into this and see what this iMac has to offer. So without further ado, let's get into the box. You can tell I'm a very professional videographer here. That's why I'm still studying film. That's true, I actually still am studying film. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like an invoice, yep. Or a packing slip, rather. There's the iMac. Alright. So, looks like it's just the iMac and no power cord, even though the seller said that there would be a power cord. It's alright though, I've got plenty of power cords, so that shouldn't be an issue. Whoa. Did not expect it to slide out like that. Okay. Throw that to the side. And I'm going to need something sturdy to stand this up on. But here it is. Is this yep, this is indeed an Intel iMac because it has a mini DVI port on the back. So let me go ahead and fix the camera angle here. And, well, I guess let's just see how that looks in the viewfinder. Let me just set this down for a second. Yeah, it's visible. So, pretty standard iMac. You got your iSight camera up here. Then on the back you have headphone out, a microphone in, 3 USB 2.0 ports, 2 FireWire 400 ports, gigabit Ethernet, and mini DVI. So that is what you get with this iMac. I'm so glad this didn't fall on the edge of my bed, because that would have been a disaster if it had broken the screen. And yeah, there's no power cord, so, interesting. The seller said that there would be a power cord, but there's not. But that's no big deal. Because I have plenty, as I said before, I've got plenty of power cords. So let me go ahead and get this thing set up, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the iMac all set up. It's sandwiched between my main computer, my MacBook Pro, and my TV. So let's go ahead and test this thing and see if it actually boots up to anything. So, the power button's on the other side. 3, 2, 1, explosion test! Chime. Maybe the power's not plugged in all the way. Try that again. Mouse is lit up, but the display is showing zilch. So it's possibly a bad LCD or inverter. Go ahead and try restarting. The system is asleep. Okay, because the light's blinking. Okay, there was the Apple logo. Well, this is interesting. the system is in sleep mode. I don't know if you can see the little white LED, but that means the system's in sleep mode. All right, let me try this again. Let me press the power button once. Or not. Let me see if I can actually see something. Let me look straight into the display. Maybe it's something, maybe it's a cable problem, per se, because I don't seem to have anything on the screen. Try turning it off and turning it back on. So it's likely a bad inverter or bad display. So we got some troubleshooting to do. So even though this isn't the best camera angle, I will say that after a little bit of troubleshooting, I was able to get the machine to boot. Turns out that there was a loose connector on the motherboard, on the logic board. The display was not connected all the way, so I thought it was the inverter for sure, and I even ordered a new inverter just in case this problem comes up again. But as you can see, it's booting up. So I kind of ordered that part by jumping to conclusions, but hey, it was only $25, so it's not much of a loss. Anyways, I'll cut the video here and we'll get back to it when this machine's set up again. So it's a day later now, and I got the iMac working. I think in the previous clip I showed it booting up. But basically what I did was I went ahead and started to disassemble the machine. I reseated the video cable, and that got the display working again. So, and last night, I'll just get some on the floor up here, but last night when I booted this machine up, the problem just seems very peculiar, and I'm starting to question whether it's the display or the video card that's the culprit. Because when I booted this up last night, I put a disc in to test to see if the optical drive worked, and it read the disc. It did not sound good, but it read the disc. I put in a leopard disc, and it read the disc okay. But then when I went to eject it, I think it's because I didn't push the plastic housing of the display back all the way. It was having trouble ejecting the disc. And then what happened was after it ejected the disc, the display went blank again. So, and then I fixed it again. I mean, I just moved it around a little bit and, pressed on the plastic, and it came back to life. So I'm starting to. So I ordered a replacement inverter just in case that is the culprit. But I'm starting to wonder whether it's either the LCD or the video card. I hope it's not the video card because, as with most iMacs, the video card is soldered, and that would require. Since I don't know how to solder, that would require a logic board replacement. But let me just show it booting up here. We'll go ahead and turn it on. Oh, now it's complaining about bad RAM. Now it's oh, what? Okay. Yeah, so, and then that's the other thing it does sometimes, is it beeps, it gives a beep code for bad RAM, but I think what happens is the power button is a little sticky, so the power button sometimes gets stuck, and maybe that's what was causing the issue. So I think that's what it was this time, because I hit the power button again and it booted up. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm almost afraid to reformat this because I'm worried that during the reformat the display is going to go blank again. So as you can see, this machine has, I already checked, there's no personal files on here. Let me just zoom the camera in a little bit more. So we got an education center account with a password, and then we've got Mac user, which thankfully does not have a password, and there's no admin password. So fortunately, the seller of this machine was smart enough to remove the passwords, because that's one thing you got to be careful about when you buy Macs on eBay is passwords. A lot of people don't remove the password. It's okay if you're just going to be reformatting, but yeah, as you can see, the system booted up no problem. So we'll demonstrate it running some applications. We'll go ahead and fire up Safari here. And I do have Firefox on here, the latest version that can run on Lion. Unfortunately, there really is no modern browser for Lion. It's really, you're kind of screwed. I mean, the latest version of Safari you can run is Safari 6, and Firefox you can only run up to, I think, version 45, and it gives you an error message every time you open it saying your operating system is no longer supported. But these late 2006 iMacs can only run up to Lion, because Apple didn't bother to update the drivers so it could run anything beyond Lion. So we'll go ahead and pull up a YouTube video here. Let me try not to get in the way of the camera. So I'll pull up my channel here. I went ahead and connected an Ethernet cable to the back, so it has internet access. It has Wi-Fi too, but I figured since I've got an Ethernet cable, it's better and more robust than using wireless. So we'll go ahead and pull up a video here, and as you can see, get the ads here. We'll go ahead and skip that so the copyright mafia doesn't come after me. Okay, back again. Today we have another computer video, and you're looking right at it.
Go into theater mode.
This is a 2004 iBook G4.
Go full screen.
I believe it's actually got a dual core upgrade battery, and obviously this doesn't.
So as you can see, it plays YouTube videos pretty well. It works in Firefox too, but Firefox has a bit of trouble. It's a little slow, so I'm thinking about just but it works. I mean, it's not like the Netbook G4 where it wasn't able to play YouTube videos. I mean, this is a Core 2 Duo. I'll go ahead and pull up the system specs here too. We'll zoom in on that. So as you can see, come on tripod, work with me. There we go. I guess that's the best I'll get it. We have Lion, 1075 Lion. We got a 1.83 gigahertz Core 2 Duo and a gigabyte of RAM. We'll go ahead and open the system profiler. We'll zoom out again. As you can see, it's a 17-inch iMac late 2006 CD. So this is yet another education model, and I'm glad it is. And why am I glad about that? Because you're probably thinking, well, wait, Ben, the education models don't have Bluetooth. They don't have. They have a very basic graphics card. Well, the reason I like these education models is because instead of using the ATI Radeon, I believe it was the X1300 chip that most of these iMacs shipped with when they were new, this one uses an Intel GMA 945 or 950 with 64 megabytes of VRAM. Why is that better? Well, because these machines have a known fault, and that is that with these late 2006 iMacs and the early 2000, it also occurs on the early 2006 and iMac G5 iSight models. The display can develop vertical lines on it, and why that happens is sometimes it's a defective LCD panel, and sometimes which is even worse, it's the video card. The video card actually conks out. It basically the soldering joints become loose, and it starts displaying vertical lines on the display. Sometimes you'll get graphical glitches when you move windows around. It can cause kernel panics, and so that's the advantage of having an education model iMac 2006, because the Intel GPUs are much more stable and much more reliable than the ATI chips that were used in the consumer versions of these machines. The only downside is you don't get Bluetooth, so you can't really connect a wireless mouse and keyboard unless you have a USB dongle. But anyways, that's this machine booted up. As you can see, it works. You just can't really do much with Lion anymore because it's not. I mean, you can't. I mean, I tried to do a Skype workaround on here, and by going into the info.p list and changing the version number to try to trick it into thinking it's the latest version, and I just get an error saying it can't connect to the internet. So unfortunately, there really isn't. As I said, there really isn't much you can do with Lion, but I'm sure I'll find it. I'm sure I just wanted one of these machines again because they're such beautiful machines, and so I just figured why not get another one? This one was claimed to be broken, and well, it has a few flaws, but hey, it booted up, so what? I'll take it. Anyways, that's it for this video.